Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be recognized by one's peers. But in this instance, it's exceptionally gratifying, given that the Prix Galien committee that's selected Promacta for this honor is itself comprised of so many eminent physicians and other distinguished members. There are two other groups I'd like to thank here. The first, of course, are the dozens and dozens of dedicated scientists and clinicians back at GSK who are responsible for discovering and developing this molecule. You all know that these days it takes a small army of dedicated scientists and other staff to bring a new medicine to patients. Fortunately, we have some of that army here this evening, and if you'll indulge me for just a few moments, I'd like to mention Kevin Duffy and Juan Luengo, who are the chemists who were responsible for initially creating Promacta. Also, Connie Erickson. Joanne Ewell, Ann Phillips, and Nicole Stone, who were some of the biologists and clinicians who first did the preclinical evaluation of Promacta and then brought it to the clinic and established its clinical efficacy. So thank you to all of you who contributed to making this molecule. There's one other group that I'd also like to thank that I think sometimes we overlook in affairs like this. And this is a small group of senior scientists, again back at GSK. These are the senior scientific managers who provided the constancy of support that's absolutely critical to the success of any new medicine, and Promacta is no exception in this regard. Again, you all know that drug discovery and development can be a very protracted process, and as Dr. Marks said, the initial work here actually began in 1997, over a dozen years ago. Well, for the first 7 or 8 years, it was not at all clear that this was going to be a successful program. But fortunately, there were a group of senior scientists managing the resource budget at GSK who had the vision and the clarity of thought to recognize the potential in this molecule long before there was any of the proof of concept data that available. And I'd like to mention 3 of those people in particular. Alan Baxter, the former head of drug discovery at GlaxoSmithKline, who was there when this molecule was first candidate selected as a potential new medicine. Tachi Yamada, also the former head of R&D at GSK, is currently at the Gates Foundation. Tachi was one of our strongest and earliest supporter for this program. And the current head of R&D, Monsef Slawi, who's provided the resources for the full development of Promacta. If not for these individuals' unwavering support over many years, Promacta would simply be another one of those very interesting ideas on some blackboard buried in one of our laboratories. So I'd like to acknowledge and thank those individuals as well. So lastly, let me close by thanking everyone here for, on behalf of GSK and the Promacta team and myself, for presenting us and sharing this wonderful, prestigious award. Thank you.